Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the waxing crescent moon under the astrological sign of Libra. This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and both nodes Virgo. Holy Spirit, Angel Guides, Spirit Guides, what is the August reading for Virgo? Hi, Virgo. I'm so grateful you stopped by the channel. I hope you hear something you can resonate with. If so, hit that like button and the notification bell. Subscribe even. All right, Virgo, August. Wow, if you've been around with me for a while, you know that I pay attention to Native American names of each month. And the Native American tribes have named this month the Sturgeon Moon Month. It's called that because the tribes in the Great Lake region found this freshwater fish to be plentiful and abundant during August. The sturgeon fish also signifies a change in seasons. We know that the Native American tribes often use the moon to tell them about time, right? And August signifies a change in season. But because the sturgeon fish is so abundant and because they return every year and they're plentiful, they have been associated with certain spiritual themes: strength, resilience, resourcefulness, perseverance, showing the ability to navigate the sea's currents and make progress. Somehow they make their way back to this school every year and they regroup with people. And Spirit wants you to know in August, it's almost like making your way back to a time of making progress. It's time to make progress again, right? August is the time you start to plan for school, for the kids. You start to get back down to business. You figure out your budget again and your credit limits. You get kind of serious, right? It's all about making progress. But this time being resilient and resourceful and persevering no matter what, because everybody has had a difficult time navigating life's currents lately. I don't know about you, but just in terms of what's going on in the world also, right, at large. So Spirit's bringing our attention to the sturgeon fish because the sturgeon fish is a solitary fish. They like to hang out with their own, to be around other like-minded fish, to be around fish, especially when they're getting ready to mate. You know, they don't mate often though. The males, I think, mate once or twice a year, and the females mate 2 or 4 times a year. But what's important is this community that they form, right? This community, being around people that are of like mind, that they can be their self. They don't have to put on any airs or act this way or that way. They're not judged by this community. They're allowed to be their authentic self. You know, they don't have to dim their shine or watch what they say. They're around people that foster positive connections. So in August, that is a time for getting back to business, establishing positive connections, being resilient, getting back to work, pulling those projects off the shelf, dusting them off, getting back down to business. Virgo, and you have a lot of stuff going on. So you may even feel this shift, this change of refocusing, Right. Also, you're in Mercury retrograde until August 11th, right? Right. Also, Mars is in your sign. And that's going to bring a lot of clarity, a lot of focus, just what you need. I feel like you are getting back to business. You know, something else about the sturgeon fish, they're very, well, they fill you up because they're very meaty. They're fat fish, right? But their eggs are used as a delicacy and it's called caviar. Do you like caviar? Leave it in the comments. Tell me if you like caviar. But yeah, their eggs produce caviar. So this is an important fish, right? That spirit draws to our attention, to pay attention to during August, because he wants us to be strong. He wants us to be resilient, resourceful, and he wants us to persevere when we get back to work. And that's what's going to happen in August when we start to focus on ourselves and invest in ourselves, get back to work. Life is going to bring us certain opportunities. It could be a mate, right? Because Mars makes you want to take action, right? Mercury going through becoming direct, communication improves, your focus improves, your ability to organize, strategize, and also then to take further action. Not only do all of that, but then to actually bring it to life, breathe breath into the intention, right? Because now you're out of Mercury retrograde, so that's a time to actually forget the planning. You're ready to take it on the road. Let me tell you what's happening astrologically. Also in August, there's a planetary parade or a planetary alignment, and it's happening on August 9th, the same night as the full moon in Aquarius. And we know that Aquarius is the age of Aquarius, the technological change, freedom from the old into the new, freeing yourself so that you can do something new, right? Coming into line with your purpose. It's going to be very important here. This planetary alignment, though, let me tell you about that, because Spirit really wants to talk about that. This is an opportunity to align with forces of the universe, right? So I told you all of the planets that are aligning, right? Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And they're aligning to create a potent atmospheric shift. So it's almost like the cosmos are aligning, causing something to happen on Earth, to correspond here on Earth. Yeah. Planetary alignments are said to influence earthly events. They can be seen as correlating with significant events on Earth. And they also represent the interconnectedness of all of us, right? We are interconnected. The whole human race, right? They connect us to divine. And that's important because this is a spiritual battle here. We see that today. Good, evil. And it looks like evil is prevailing. And so he wants us to align. Because if one thing could happen in one place in the earth, it can happen here. Right? It can happen where you are too. An example, Gaza. I gotta say that. Because I think everybody feels terrible about that. And it's like, what can we do? We can align and have a voice on that. Because if it can happen there, it can happen here. It's about this collective consciousness, Virgo, an influence that occurs as a result of a collective consciousness that leads to a change in society, in the world, in the cosmos, even a cultural change. August is a time of heightened awareness. I mean, we're all aware. If you have any type of spiritual practice, you can feel the energy and how negative it is, how important it is, right? That we do something, that we speak up, that we take action. And Spirit is saying, collectively, if all of the energies come together collectively and harmonize, we could create a potent atmosphere for growth, manifestation, and a collective shift. I mean, there's so many things individually we have to work on, right? And it is a time to make sure that we're aligned ourselves with our spiritual path and that we're in the cosmic flow, because there is no giving up. It's about being strong. It's about being resilient, being resourceful, persevering. It's about showing that we have the ability to navigate life's currents, that we're not going to drown. We're going to continue to make progress. So that's kind of an overview of August. All right, let's get into the tarot, Virgo. Mercury going direct August 11th. What else does my beautiful Virgo? Your birthday is close too. What is the Sturgeon Moon message for August? Your first card is Divine Communication. I say it's divine communication because it comes from out of the sky. These wands, it just, on the traditional tarot, it just appears out of the sky. So your intuition is speaking to you intuitively. You are being communicated to. Spirit's like, you think you could get some cards out the table, Spirit? Yes, Lord. Okay. So you also have the Eight of Swords, which is mental imprisonment. Somebody's caught up in their head, self-imposed. It's like you're caught up in your thoughts, overthinking, overanalyzing before you make a move, before you decide to do something differently. Yeah, to the point of stagnation. The King or Queen of Wands reverse, they're not taking action, okay? Even after receiving some communication. So somebody may not be taking action towards you. They're procrastinating. They're overthinking, overanalyzing. Okay. Ooh, you two are at, oh my goodness, the swords are crossed. There's a stalemate. You're at odds. You're at odds. Whoa. Okay. Oh, it concerns the Knight of Cups. Maybe this person wasn't emotionally available. They didn't express their feelings. This came out reverse. So communication is coming. Okay, Spirit says communication is coming. Even though it hasn't occurred yet. Nobody's taken action. As a matter of fact, you two are at a stalemate. What else, Spirit? Changes. Somebody needs to change the way, some of their beliefs, some of their patterns, some of their... They need to listen to their third eye. They need to hold back, reserve, pull back. Definitely their pentacles. How they spend their money, what they spend it on. What is this, Spirit? Yeah, this is the heightened awareness. Okay. The star, Aquarian energy. And the Two of Cups, Virgo. All right. So there's communication with the Eight of Wands, very important. But to date, nobody has really been able to express their true feelings with the Knight of Cups reverse. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. You have Leo, Aries, Sag, Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Definitely a sense of holding back when it comes to their feelings and emotions. No action. None in the past. I don't see any communication now. And they're still holding back. Yet the High Priestess is here because the Eight of Wands appeared and Spirit said there will be communication. And intuitively, you know this, Virgo. You or they know this. So this is healing. This is the situation being healed. Someone becoming hopeful again, regaining their optimism regarding a wish fulfillment. And then you have the soulmate card. Okay. Let's see. What is going on? Why is the Knight of Cups reverse, Spirit, for Virgo, who is not communicating their feelings? So this is about love, but there's no communication? Love without communication. I do feel something's going on. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh. Somebody really doubted if this person was for them. Like, they didn't communicate because they didn't think that you were their destiny or you two were fated to be together. So I'm getting the feeling like somebody is, or you're not communicating because your paths, you didn't feel like this was your destiny. You didn't feel that. That's why the Knight of Cups is reverse. Capricorn is here. Yeah, this is an opportunity that was missed. Could have been because of some toxic energy. But Virgo, it taught you how to love yourself. Okay, I feel like the Hermit, the greatest growth occurred because of this, possibly. I do feel like somebody doesn't want to fight anymore with the Five of Swords reversed. They don't want this energy to exist between the two of you. Okay. Yeah, they could ask you out for drinks. Want to meet up with you, take you out for dinner. Let's communicate. Let's talk. This person wants to talk about reciprocity, being together. Okay. Let's just go to the romance angels here. Tell me about love. What do you recommend for Virgo? They recommend that you get a new person, that there's a new love coming in. Okay, so I see that they don't really recommend that you get back with whoever you're at odds with, not talking to now. I'm not sure that they're emotionally available. Still, there's something. Okay, what is it, Spirit? New love. Yeah. Yeah, and once this new love comes in, no one else is going to exist anyway. It will be, you'll be disconnecting from the world, right? Whatever the past is, Spirit says free yourself. Again, this Aquarius full moon on August 9th is going to be very important for you, because I feel like Spirit is telling you you need to be around people that are more like you, like the sturgeon fish. People that you don't have to dim your light for, that you can be yourself, your authentic self. People, it's hard to trust again when the past has been unavailable. What makes you think they're going to change, right? That's the first thing you say to each other, and you don't want to waste time to see. Been there, done that. So I do feel that it's a time you're taking back control of your life. You're focused on new love, meeting somebody else new with the Two of Cups. You're seeing who you align with and who you don't align with at this point. Absolutely. What else? What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah. And once you find this person, you're going to be very romantic with each other. The chemistry is hot. You're very attracted to each other. A lot of affection. I hope you're someone who likes to touch and feel, because I believe this person is coming in with that. Tell me, I want to know about this love for... yeah, your feelings, taking time out to, whereas the other person wasn't available, they never told you how they felt with the Knight of Cups reverse. They never let you know that they were interested in you in any way. They didn't take any action. They did not communicate. This person who is new that's coming in, oh, they communicate. I told you they're very touchy-feely. They want you to know how they feel about you. And that is reverse from your past relationship. It's a divine soul connection. It's a relationship that's blessed with amazing moments up ahead. That's what's coming in. So there you have it. All right, tell me also about work and fresh start, being called to bring a new perspective to an old job. Okay, Virgo, you may be called to re-engineer a process. You may also get a tempting job offer. It could be a new place too. The new moon in August is in your sign. I just remembered that. That's, wow, a new opportunity. That's why Spirit said everything about August is new. It's about cleaning and clearing your energy, your relationships, so that you can focus on something new coming in terms of work, in terms of love, new life, a fresh start, new perspective. And don't get caught up in your head. Mercury retrograde, again, prepare, because a lot is going to be jumping off after the retrograde. That's what I'm hearing. If you're currently going through obstacles right now, Spirit wants you to know they are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought. You did have 2 8 of Swords. Choose something better for you. Yeah. That in terms of the past, don't allow any limits to cloud your judgment or make you feel that you shouldn't go after something new. You should. Don't put limitations on yourself. And with this planetary alignment, planetary play parade, it's about being in the flow with Spirit. It's about choosing. I'm sorry. Spirit want me to say you have a choice. You have free will. But now in August, it's starting to get real. You're going to have to make a choice on whose side you are on, good or evil. We may be called to take an ethical stand in an unethical situation. Yeah. What else? cutting ties. Cutting ties under the full moon in Aquarius, freeing yourself. Yeah, that may see you cutting ties, leaving your current position, leaving a relationship, leaving a friendship, ending something that doesn't serve you anymore. But you know, you're always being encouraged not to burn bridges. You know, Virgo, I know it's important. And we all try to do that, but sometimes things don't work out that way. But ending a job doesn't mean that there's nothing else in the future. We saw that you have something new. There's always something new. What else does? New opportunities until the day we die. Spirit always gives us a new opportunity. When we're ready, it shows up. What else? For Virgo. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. You're the hermit. Sit with yourself. Meditate on the question. Ask for our help. Yes. Often the answers and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. You're very intuitive. Yeah. Just naturally, I think that you are. You pay attention to your feelings. You're an empress, an emperor. Absolutely. You can walk into a room and size it up. You can be around people and size them up. But sometimes your superpowers don't work. And so Spirit says ask and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. He wants you to know your angel guides, your spirit guides are always with you. He's assigned them to you. Pay close attention. You will notice all doors that once were closed, Virgo, are opening up. See, that's how God works. It couldn't have been closed in the past. You could have had a blockage, but He's given you the know-how, the strength, the resiliency, the determination, the perseverance to go around it, to go over it, to go under it, to handle things differently. He'll always provide a way out. Thank you, God. Yeah. So things may not also happen in the future the way you envision, you know, because we think on a different level than Holy Spirit. His time is not our time. His thoughts are not our thoughts. Okay, Spirit, what else? What else does Virgo need to know? Huh? Oh, I like this deck here. Let's go with that. What else does Virgo need to know, Spirit? August, the sturgeon moon. You definitely need to find your own school of fish that love you for you. You are very lovable. Where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, in your mind, in your lungs, in your heart. Take time to just be. So Spirit's saying stop being a busy bee all the time and take time to just relax. Spirit said if you're going to do a clutter detox, make it of your schedule, then move to your home. And also the inner self, detoxing the inner self, make space for clarity. Yeah, it's coming in. A lot of clarity, right? Okay, an angel number is appropriate at this time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment, Virgo. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. I hope something resonated with you. Eye candy. That's the King or Queen of Wands upright. Your intuition has you taking inspired action after this retrograde. There's a lot of beauty to be seen in August. Maybe you're out on a road trip, a field trip, some type of explorative trip. A lot of beauty in nature. You're also a social butterfly, or you're being advised to come out of that hermit energy and socialize, going with the flow. There's a lot of potential when it comes to romance. Get some fresh air. Call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. I felt that, like you're out in nature. And that makes you feel so much better in August. Soon you will become involved in an exciting new project, a new job, a new relationship. You could be asked to even go out on a date, Spirit said. Put your charismatic use to work. You're very charismatic now. You look like eye candy. By the way, you look very good. Thank you. And spread your charm around. 0550. Put yourself out there. Make sure you look good and go for it. Go for it. All right. Until the next moon phase. Namaste.